Welcome, crewmates. It's Strides Tony bringing you deck lists from this past weekend's store championships for the One Piece TCG card game. As you can see on the screen right now, we have our first one from, trying to look right here, Emmanuel from Mexico. Had 16 players. He went in with Red Green Law. Looks like a standard list so far. You got your four Otama, your four Searcher Nami, three of the Robin and Zoro, four blocker. Got your Law, got your Eustace Kid too. This guy's really strong right now. I feel like a lot of people underestimate the tap, bring out a three drop, which could be a blocker, and then you have to attack him. Can't hit anything else. Thanks for the errata Bandai. You guys mess up mistranslations. But it looks like your normal standard list. I like the killer. I like this card a lot. Um, you can hit him off trigger, pop a three or less, if I remember correctly. And for most decks, that could be devastating, especially like if a Zoro hits that off the trigger and it pops a Zoro. That now you don't have to worry about trying to kill it yourself in the next turn. It's already gone. So I think we're going to see more of this killer as Red gets a little bit more popular. But yeah, congrats to Emmanuel for he got first place Mexico tops out of 16 players. All right, for our next list we have from here from Fat Dunk. He got second place at his store championship in uh, Panama. There's 16 players. Nice crocodile deck. I've mostly seen Doflamingo as of late, and now I love crocodile, so it's cool to see a crocodile doing really good. I like the Virgo. Virgo deals with so many um, high hitters that blue just can't deal with in a single turn. Have four of the 9-drop Mihawk. Oh, that art is fantastic. Three Jinbei. I started playing Jinbei in some of my decks. I like him a lot actually. Got the four Don Quixote. Uh, have the Pacifista, the Gecko Moria, the Draw 2, Discard 2 Mihawk, Sentamaru, Trafalgar, the Blocker, and I think we have the Level Up Beam and Overheat. Overheat's a really cool card because it potentially against red, against green, even against another blue player, it just shuffles the level, or it puts back a cost 3 card, and if not played around correctly, it could be really devastating. Obviously, you don't want to hit Zoro because they'll just replay it, but still, I think it's a really good card. It gets rid of the blockers for next turn if you have to, as well. Um, I did notice though that he said, or they said they did make a couple of changes. -2 Virgo, minus a Jinbei, -2 Blackbeards, minus a Mihawk. I'm not sure which Mihawk they're talking about, but if I had to take a guess, I think it'll be the 9-drop. I think 4 might be just a little too much, um, because you draw through your deck fairly easily with blue. So I do think 4 is too much. And they added 4 Caesar and 2 Smileys. Smiley being a pretty good card. Caesar obviously searching it. So yeah, again, congrats to Fat Dunk. This is it's really cool to see Crocodile. 7 Warlord putting in the work. And for our next deck list, we have another Law from Felipe. And Felipe played in, if I remember correctly, Portugal. I don't you didn't remember how many players, but there was 4 rounds, so it could be anywhere from 9 to 16 players. Um, that list looks pretty standard. I don't really know anything different except for the Ezo here. I really like this Ezo. I'm playing well, I play red main, but side for fun, I play Odin, and this card has saved me a bunch of times. I actually really like this card a lot. Plays the Brook, potentially for the 2K counter. Plays the 2 blocker of Killer, which is good. Draw has good draw power. The Neko, this guy puts in the work against blue decks because it taps their blockers, especially their 1-drop blockers. You got your Laws. And again, you have the 2 8-drop Kid, and then the 1 Luffy. Have your Radical Beams. I don't know if we saw that in the other list. We have Radical Beams, 2 Red Hawks, 1 Jet Pistol, and what's the name of that green card? I want to say that's Repel. I could be wrong though. But here's the three Zoros here. Yeah, definitely standard. Yeah, standard list, and then four Bonnies and whatnot. So yeah, congratulations to Felipe. That was a. I really wish I knew how many number of people was there. But like I said, nine to 16 players usually what four rounds are. Anything higher than 16 is 5 rounds. Anything lower than nine is, eight is 3 rounds. All right, for our next list we have Javier's Red Zoro list, and Javier played um, in Danvers. There was 14 players. Um, Looking at his list, I really like that we're playing four of the one drop Give You Arrested Don Nami. Uh, I heard there's been some controversy about, I don't want to say controversy, but some preference about some people playing two, some playing three, some people are not even playing it at all. Most lists that I've seen win play four of this card. I just think it's too good that every turn you could tap for mana or tap for Dawn, give one of the rested Dawn you already used to the leader. You don't have to waste a open Dawn for a leader. You can use it for anything else. Um, that's really good. I also noticed he's playing four Robin. This is the first time I've ever seen four Robin. I've noticed usually two or three, but Robin is a really strong card early game against green and blue. When I was playing in my store championship, which by the way, first place, I'll drop that deck profile probably tomorrow or the next day. But I played two, and I kind of wish I had three. But playing four, it seems I might have to try it myself. I've never played VV. I always wonder like why VV over the two drop Luffy, but this worked out for him obviously. He plays four of it. It must have came in clutch. One Sabayoti, four Jet Pistol, two Utas, amazing. It gets back your Zoro, gets back even your Sanjis, Chopper, Quick Sanji. So it's like a recruiter from the discard pile. Four Zoro, obviously two Red Hawk, one Diablo Jambe. I played this at two. I guess he didn't see the point of playing it more than one. I love this card. This card is so underrated. Um, I've even thought of, well, I've seen somebody play three. I'm still on the two train, but if it keeps coming up like it always does, I might bump the three, obviously. For Luffy and no Shanks. Usually I'm used to seeing a Shanks here, at least 3-1 or 2-1 of Shanks, but they went straight Luffy. This has its own perks too, which is like it's 5 drop, which is four less than Shanks. Two Dawn means you can't be blocked. This Luffy puts in a lot of value. 6K comes 7K because of the Zoro. 9K when you put the two Dawn under. So, alright, sorry about that, guys. It seems like my mic died on me for no reason, but like I was saying, I like having this card. Luffy's really good. Like I said, you give it. It's a 7K because Zoro put two Dawn under it. Can't be blocked 9K, so it means your opponent has to rely on counters out of their hand. I was gonna try this pretty soon myself because sometimes I'll have the Shanks and I don't really want to play it, but then there's times where I see like the 10 drop Kaido or the 8 drop Kid and Shanks just saves my day. So we'll see going on further if this changes, but no, definitely. Congratulations, Javier. Glad you had a full tournament. Glad to see that the card game is popping off. But let's go on to the next person. So for this build, we have a Doflamingo from Mike White. He, or they, I'm sorry, played in Austria. And as you already see, the nice four alternate arts looks amazing. The two Law, the Perona. Perona is really good. Um, I regret getting rid of my box topper ones because I was only worried about red. Wish I kept these. I kind of want to play this. I like how he operates with the two Dawn under him, tap one, look at the top of the deck, seven Warlord. You play it. You manipulate your top of your deck so much that it's just really good. So we're playing the two Virgo. Like I said, Virgo's gonna be start becoming a mainstay in blue. I feel like because there's just too many big things, and these 7Ks with some Dawn can get over the harder things that your little guys just can't pierce through. As you can see, you have 1K here, 2K, 3K, 4K, 4K. Your pacifist is like the only like decent one along with Boa, and him it's mostly at 5K cap. So, besides these pacifista actually, so having Virgos and the Doflamingos, and he plays three Mihawk, which is again Mihawk's really good. Put something at the bottom. I think shuffles at the bottom of the deck. You have the three desert. Let me see, three desert Spada, the three overheat, and two level up beams. I guess not much else to say. Uh, Again, Doflamingos, I feel like in my personal opinion, and I'm okay to be correct, I feel like it's like one of the best blue leaders I've ever played against, or at least the most fun I've ever played with. I usually play four law, but I guess between having um, four here, you don't really need that many blockers. But yeah, no, definitely. Congrats, Mike. Yeah, I'm glad you got it. Like I love Doflamingo, show and card game. Now we have Roberto with his blue list. Um, I remember correctly, this is also the same thing, which is Doflamingo. And Roberto played. He had top four, 16 players. And see, we got the same lineup. We got the four uh, Alvia, the three Mihawk as usual. This Doflamingo. You always play for this guy. You always see for this, for the Boa, for the Pero. These like the core. Just looks at the top of your deck, which you need. It's like the top of your deck. The rearrange is really good. I like this. That's like the one thing I like about this deck is that the rearrange is like you're playing like a memory game as you're playing, and the better you are remembering and keeping up, the more success you'll see from it. I really like again he's playing the four law. The other place Slate played two, but this one plays four. No Virgo this list, so I guess he just relied on the two seven drop Flamingo to get over things, or the Boa sometimes, or the Mihawk. Um, yes, fairly standard list that we've seen from Japan. Like I said, Doflamingo is a really strong deck, and I really like playing against it and playing it. Um, the whole blocker top five thing is like it reminds me of if anybody ever played Vanguard. It's called Tsukuyomi, where they look at the top and rearrange it and stuff like that. Super cool. But with that being our last deck list, I want to thank you guys for watching the video. If you want to see more content like this in the future, go ahead and hit a like button, subscribe. I might bring as much content, news, and stuff about this game as possible. I love the anime, love the manga, love One Piece period. So having a really workable, cool card game is definitely like a big hype thing for me. And I appreciate you guys are coming along for the ride, watch all the content. If you have any suggestions, leave it down below. But with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.